And we are live. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I told you I was gonna have another one today. Let's go here quick. Yeah, of course I'm live. Alright, anyway. Um, I'm honest with you. Didn't think I'd record today. Um, hold on. Beanies are like my big thing now is like the beanie, making sure I'm not cold because it's cold out. Um, I have to make sure that I'm focused on what I'm doing because I'm taking the chair. I guess like there are similarities and some differences to what I do to other people. They're cold, they put stuff on. If they're not cold, they don't. Moving like yada yada yada. But if I'm gonna be going down the street, yeah, and I'm in my chair, I'm like, so what I normally do, I tend to stay the side closest to the road when I'm on the pavement, because then people can go past me and everything. But this is like, it's gonna sound completely fucked up from when we're talking about this. I was going down and I was coming back from where I went, and I was legit just like, people don't, they just don't give a fuck anymore, you know? I was going down and I was close to the road, and there was this woman with her pram. She had no child in it, no child at all, and she kept coming towards me, coming towards me, coming towards me. I wasn't gonna move, you know? I was on my side of the road. My hand was freezing because I forgot to take a glove. Um, But she continued to stare me down like I'm a fucking piece of trash, and then finally decided to move at the last moment. So I was like, thanks. And then she just kissed the teeth for me. I'm like, darn, man, it's like, it annoys me because when I go out compared to obviously when other people go out, you can do so much more things than I can do. I'm so fucking limited to doing stuff that others can do. Like, I can't get in certain places around my area because of my wheelchair because there's steps. Beckenham is probably the one of the worst places for people who have a disability, mainly wheelchairs. Like everyone, you all guys, like everyone who's watched my videos know I love Nando's. But I cannot go there unassisted, meaning I have to have someone with me at all times if I go to Nando's, because I can't get in there. It's one of my favourite things, one of my favorite foods. I can't go there unassisted because I need help getting in and out. You know, um, it's just people don't really think nowadays how much it affects you when I'm driving down the street. Obviously, my headphones are blaring, whatever's on, like Showman, Greatest Showman soundtrack, Eminem, like Disney, whatever. You know, and I'm the type of guy to start singing. Obviously, it doesn't really relate to It doesn't really sound like it when I do it, and I get the weird looks and everything. I'm okay with that. But to have someone come up to you like I have before and ask me, "What are you doing?" You know, or "Do you need help?" You know, you can see I'm unassisted, and you're still asking me if I need help and talking to me like I'm 5. I know I have a baby face, but if you can see I'm unassisted, you know, don't speak to me like I'm 5. It's not a big thing in the world, like me and the doll Josh, us 3 guys, mainly. We don't really go out that much anymore, but we're trying to. This is a big thing for us this year. We're gonna try and go out more. But I know for a fact if we go out and everything, we're gonna get looks. And I know like some people are gonna say, "Oh, you're always gonna get looks and everything," but like I don't see why we should get looks. So what? I'm in a wheelchair. So what? Josh has a fucking frame. So what? Nadal walks a bit funny, you know? No disrespect to my boys, I love them to bits. Obviously, it shouldn't. People really need to start understanding when it's time to look and when it's time to just glance over and not just fucking stare at us when we're going down the street, because it's really down-putting in a way. Because I normally drive down the street and occasionally I'll get the odd stare from a little kid or something. But kids, I understand, like, sometimes the parents don't educate them enough. Or they haven't educated them at all. And they ask their parents, oh, why is he in a wheelchair? And then their parents on the spot, like, they don't know what to say. You know? And I've been, I don't know if I think I've said this in the past, but I've been compared to a fucking, what are they called? A robot before. Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've been like, compared to a fucking robot before. And it's just one of those things where you really think that parents should really educate their kids from young that not everyone is the same. You know? Everyone is different. You have certain people that will be like me in my wheelchair. You've got Nadal who walks funny with a limp, obviously, and he can't talk. You've got Josh who uses a frame. You've got other people that who have limited mobility in itself, like a deal. He personally, he can only really move can move his feet, like shake his feet, and he can only move his hand like with his controller. But if his hand gets knocked off to the controller, he's screwed. And that'd be an instant where I don't think someone would go and help him, sort of thing. They'd be all like too embarrassed or too worried about like what to do in that situation. Like I've had that before, obviously. I think I've mentioned this way back in the past, like last year, maybe a little bit longer. But I had the incident where I was in my chair started to stop, and I couldn't move. I collared someone like, hello, excuse me, mate, yada, but no one is. They feel like, I don't know why people feel embarrassed to help someone who has a disability or is stuck, you know? If I saw someone fall over in the street and if they're a normal person and they didn't get up first of all, I would go over and say, excuse me, but do you need a hand getting up, sort of thing, you know? That's me as a person. People these days, they don't really understand that it's fucking, again, down-putting for us. We get stared at and everything enough. If we're in trouble and we are asking for help, you know, if we're asking, come over. But speak to us, and this is the main thing with people, speak to us with the highest thing. We're not gonna fucking bite your head off. We're gonna speak to you like normal people. You know, we won't, like, go, oh no, I don't want help and everything. You know, if we're asking for it, then we're asking for it, you know? But even if you're from afar and you see someone in a bit of trouble, think to yourself, like, oh, that person's in a bit of trouble, maybe I should go and help. Yeah, but I'm not going to use my, hello, can I help you voice. I'm like, excuse me, but you need a hand or anything, you know? Because it's degrading in a way. So fucking degrading when you get spoken to like that. Because I can go to shops, like my local Sainsbury's and everything, and the reason I will use a self-checkout, even though it takes me a lot longer than using like the one-to-one service with someone, it's because I don't want to be spoken to like a 5-year-old, you know? I want to be spoken to like a fucking adult. I'm 21 years old. It's just like, it's so annoying. And this is just like my views in the world. There are so many things wrong with it regarding people being disabled, people who are not, like, it's honestly like there's a fucking line and it's like people are afraid to cross it, you know? So basically, you've got normal people this side, and then you've got disabled people this side, like on the right side, yeah? And then there's a middle, so it's like a line in the middle. Some people who have no disability, nothing at all, are afraid to cross over that line and say, alright, I'm gonna help. And fucking, it's 2018. I know, like, it was, like, we've changed a lot from when we were when we were younger. Like, you didn't really get the help and support that you do now, but I still feel annoyed by going out places, and I know my friends do as well, with the constant stares and the constant negativity you can get of being treated like a 5-year-old, or being treated like, I can't put it into words because it is just so fucking frustrating, and I get so wound up by it, you know, because as I said, we're in 2018, and it's like, so many people don't understand how annoying it is for us because they have never lived a day in our life. I admit I can never say I've lived the life of another person, but I would love for someone to go through one day of my life knowing what I go through. You know? The waking up, the not knowing if I'm going to feel my legs today. You know? The constant stretch to get out of bed. You know? The going downstairs, not doing nothing. And I know, like, there are other days when I do have Chris, but at the moment, me and him are taking a break, so I've got nothing. So I have to, in a way, I have to motivate myself every day to get out of bed and just get on with life, you know? And if I go out, I love going out. No, nothing's gonna stop that. But it's just like, there are so many things wrong with this world that I feel aren't on the top of the scale of people understanding. It's more like lower tier things, and you have all these fucking celebrities that are up here, you know? And you're like, why are the celebrities up here when I'm down here, you know? It's just, it annoys me to the max. But I have said my piece, and you know what, I can't say anything else. I'm gonna share this video out and go get whoever watches it, thank you. Like, you can, I'm gonna ask a friend of mine to watch it and see what her views are on it. But what I'm gonna be doing, this is a positive note now, what I'm gonna be doing daily is I'm gonna do like a live stream like this and everything, pick a subject from the day and just do it. I'm gonna try and do daily uploads as much as well as I can for the next few days, because when I'm at the moment, obviously, like I said, me and Chris are not doing nothing, so it's a bit difficult for me to get out and do things, because the only thing I'm doing at the moment is going to the shops. So if I can pick a certain subject to stream about one day at a time is always going to do. Try and change the negatives into positives. Anyway, I do hope you like the beanie that I'm wearing, because it's something I'm trying new. If you do like this video, I see we got 1 like already. Thank you very much whoever did that. I think it's Naomi. I love you, Naomi. Love you, Jess. If you're watching this, love you, Mom. Like I said, day by day, let's take over the world. I will see you all tomorrow with a new subject to talk about, and that's me out.